is StoryO, outlining software for iOS. This training video will help you get started with StoryO Mobile. StoryO Mobile works on an iPad or an iPhone, and it allows you to create an outline of your story using a timeline and index cards. You can use StoryO to outline a novel, a screenplay, a stage play, or any other project that would benefit from a timeline, sequences, and index cards, including a historical outline or even outlining a report for school. You can also exchange files between our StoryO desktop application for Macintosh or Windows. For more information about the desktop version of StoryO, please visit our website at junglesoftware.com. When you first launch StoryO, you will see a list of sample projects. Let's select the Time Travel project. You will be taken to the main view, or the timeline for the project, Time Travel. StoryO is divided into 3 sections to help you outline your story or project. They are segments, sequences, and index cards. In this example, the segments, which are shown here at the bottom of the screen, are time periods: Jurassic Park, the French Revolution, 1 week before, the Civil War, etc. Up here in the main view are the sequences. Each sequence is attached to a segment, and you can see that by the matching color. So, if you wanted to just see the sequences for the segment Current Year, which is over here, you would select that card and then select Filter. If you wanted to see the sequences only for the segment French Revolution, you would select that segment and then select Filter. To go back to seeing the entire timeline, select Show All. The order of the sequences on the timeline is the order of the story or the project. So for this example, Bill at school is the first sequence of the story. You can drag the order of the sequences around on the timeline. When you do, the sequence numbers will automatically update. The next level is the index card level. By clicking on the 3 dots on a sequence card, you can see all the index cards for that sequence by then selecting Manage Index Cards. For the Bill at School sequence in this sample, there are 3 index cards. You can then click the Edit button on a card to edit the information for that card. You can also change the color of any individual index card. By default, the card will be created with the master color of the segment. In this case, it is a greenish color, but you can change the color if you want. If you want to change the color again to match the master color for that segment, click Edit and then click the Master Color button. Next, let's take a look at the other views. As mentioned before, this is the main timeline view. In this view, you can create segments and sequences, which I'm going to show you how to do in the next lesson. This button takes you to the expanded view, which allows you to see the index cards underneath the sequence, giving you a nice way to view your entire project in the correct order. Also, in this view, you can move an index card from one sequence to another. Let's do that now. I'm going to move the After School card to the sequence below it. Notice that the color of the card does not change to match the sequence that it's in. It retains the old color. If you want to change the color, click on the Edit button for that card, and then click the Master Color button. This view is called the collapsed view. It gives you a collapsed view of all the cards, showing you just the titles. In this view, just like the expanded view, you can move an index card from one sequence to another. In either the expanded view or the collapsed view, you can click the Reorder button. This allows you to move an entire sequence, including all the index cards, up or down the screen, changing the order of that sequence on the main timeline. This is the same as moving the sequence in the main timeline view, but it gives you a different way to do it. That wraps up this lesson. In the next lesson, I will show you how to create segments and sequences.